¿Qué pasa YouTube? 6-Bit Hacks here, and yeah, I have a showdown live for you guys today, which I know is kind of out of the blue, but for those of you who don't know, the first week of the UCL, the first match of the UCL will be going up on the 16th, which is in 6 days depending on when this goes up, which should be today, Sunday. So I'm really excited for that. Let's go Durham Druddigons. If you guys may have missed me talking about my draft team for the UCL, a link to both of those videos will be down in the description that you guys can check out after this live. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy the video, then you know what to do. And one quick little thing I do want to say is that I do plan to do Facecam for the UCL live Wi-Fi battles. It's just I'm not doing it right now because before I mentioned that my webcam had been acting up, got that fixed, so it's working now. But I do need a haircut and I do need to shave because it's been a very stressful couple of weeks, and hopefully I can get my car before I do my battle with PK, get touched up, looking nice for the UCL, and then try and throw in some lives throughout the weeks so I can upload more than just team building videos and the UCL matches for you guys to watch. But yeah, I do Showdown lives for the few new people who have subscribed coming from the UCL. But yeah, this is a UU team that I got off of the Smogon forums. I don't remember where. I want to say it was a sample team thread. Pretty fun team. But apparently Salamence is currently being suspect tested, which I wasn't aware of until like 2 days ago. So let me know what you guys think about Salamence in UU. Do you think it should stay or it should go, or do you just not know? So yeah, but looking off, I don't know why I said looking off. I meant looking at the first mon here. We have just defensive Tentacruel with T-Spikes and Rabbidsman, which is really nice with Sub-Combine Chandelure, which is a very fun Pokemon that I really like. Next off, we have Taunt Roost Hydreigon, which is an absolute monster. Then we have just defensive Sylveon, a standard support set. We have Mega Team Player, defensive Mega Team Player, which is something I've actually really been wanting to use, which is kind of why I wanted to try this team out, because defensive Mega Team Player is just way too fat with Sylveon's wishes. And then finally off, we have Cobalion, just SD. I said Cobalion? Cobalion, I mean? Yeah, Cobalion, right? Or Cobalion, I don't know. Cobalion, I'm pretty sure is how you correctly pronounce it. But with Shuckleberry SD for those pesky earthquaking mons. So yeah guys, that's just a quick run through of the team. So let's get this started. Alright, so we got the first battle here. Now, I don't know how high I am on the ladder, but I did have a couple games. And this dude's team is actually really cool. I like the Doublade and the Rotom Heat. I really hate Rotom Heat, so that's going to be a potential big nuisance in this game. Hydreigon shits on him, essentially, once I get rid of this. Actually, he has no switch-ins to Dark Pulse. Like, not even Absol can safely switch into Dark Pulse and then eat a Draco Meteor afterwards, because I will be able to take Sucker Punch. So, yeah, Hydreigon is just going to really come in handy in this game. This could be Scarf Rotom, so that is what I'm expecting him to lead with. At the same time, he could lead Celebi, expecting me to lead Swamperts. Maybe Tentacruel wouldn't be a bad lead, but Nidoqueen is a pretty bad matchup against me. I think I may just lead Hydreigon, honestly, as he ends up leading off with the Gardevoir, so I don't want to risk this potentially being Scarfed. So I could just make the safe switch into my Sylveon here, Ribbons. Another switching could be Tentacruel, because I'm pretty positive that he's not going to go straight for the Psychic type move. I think just Sylveon is the safe middle ground play, as he ends up going for the Moon Blast. Whoa! That did way too much damage. This is Spexed. Oh my lord, that is Choice Specs Gardevoir, and that is terrifying. That did entirely too much damage. So I really want to make a double into Hydreigon here. I really do. Should I? Is it worth it? Is the question. I'm just gonna wish. Okay, so good thing I did not decide to switch into Hydreigon there. Unfortunately, he can now get a free switch into his Nidoqueen, because I am going to be forced to go for the Protect this turn. If he wants to be aggressive, he could stay in, but Nidoqueen is honestly just the best play for him to do in this scenario. As I think I may just hard switch into Hydreigon, just to be on the aggressive side, because this Nidoqueen is a huge issue. As he does end up going for the rocks, I'm going to click Dark Pulse. If anything, I weaken this severely, and he's not going to switch directly into Gardevoir. If he does, then Dark Pulse still does a lot of damage to him. So I'm pretty positive that he specs, so I'm going to stay in and go for Dark Pulse again. I really hope I'm not wrong on this one, but that Moonblast did way too much damage, so we aren't able to get rid of the Gardevoir, which is really good. Because now Hydreigon is going to be claiming souls. Nidoqueen does chew Draco Meteor, I think, at full. Absol can come in. If it doesn't have Protect, then I'm not worried about it. Celebi could potentially force me out, but it doesn't do anything to me. And then Rotom, he doesn't knock me out. Hydreigon just destroys this man. It's just a matter of what he wants to bring in to lose like 80% or get knocked out. So he's gonna bring in Rotom. I'm gonna click Draco Meteor. So he's gonna go for the trick, which is actually not a bad thing for him, because now this Draco Meteor is weakened, but it still did 88%. As I'm just gonna go for it again. I know I'm at -2, but it's not that big of an issue. Sword Dance, Absol is not really something I'm concerned about. Unfortunately, we missed the Drake. Okay. That's a little annoying, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. This could be Sword Dance or Nasty Plot potentially. In which case, it's only a problem if I can't get off prior damage, but I do have X-Scissor, I suppose. I'm just gonna switch into my Tentacruel just so I can Rapid Spin. If he does want to bring in the Doublade, that's fine with me. As he ends up going for the Nasty Plot, that's terrifying actually. If he passes that to Nidoqueen, that's really bad. I'm gonna Rapid Spin, I think, as I do manage to live the hit. Unfortunately though, I will lose a Tentacruel here, but it's fine as he doesn't have the berry that weakens Bug move, so I can bring in Cobalion and just go straight for an X-Scissor. I'm not gonna Sword Dance because X-Scissoring right away is the better play, as he just barely lives. And we are able to take the Earth Power. And now I think I'm just going to Iron Head. Yeah, because it still hits everything else harder than X-Scissor would, even though they do resist it. As he's going to fodder off the Rotom. That thing should have been gone. He's going to end up bringing in the this scary Mon here. But I mean, I have Swampert. The question is he going to pull a double into Celebi? In which case, it doesn't really matter, because I think he's just Nasty Plot 3 attacks. Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power, Nasty Plot, and Giga Drain has to be his last move unless it's Leaf Storm, which would actually be pretty cool. Cobalion still really does come in handy to outspeed and pressure Nidoqueen and Celebi. I want to switch into my Hydreigon, but that's a little bit too risky. I think I'm just going to bring in Swampert as he doubles into Nidoqueen. Okay, so this is actually really good, because now I'm going to Mega and I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I think Earthquake should be strong enough to knock out a Celebi, and yeah, Mega Pert's attack is higher anyways. So yeah, I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go straight for the Earthquake. He will not be able to knock me out with any one move. Nothing safely switches in to Earthquake, and Celebi will get knocked out. So Earth Power will just barely be a 2-hit KO, as he's going to get decimated by Earth Power. He's going to bring back in the Celebi. This is a little bit scary. Do I need Swampert at this point? I mean, it does still check, not Cobalion, but it does still check Doublade. So I could... I'm thinking about maybe sacking Cabalion. Although Sylveon doesn't do much either, but it does completely stop Absol. And I don't want to switch into my Hydreigon right now. I don't know. What does Chandelure do? Chandelure really doesn't do much right now at this point in the game. So I'm just going to bring in Chandelure here as he ends up going for the Giga Drain. I may actually be able to take a Earth Power at this amount of HP. So I think what I'm going to do is just go straight for the Flamethrower. He doesn't have a safe switch into this either. Absol's not going to appreciate this, and it's super effective against the Doublade. So I'm guessing he's running a calc right now to see if he can knock me out. But if he doesn't, it's fine. Because I will be able to knock him out, of course. But if he does, it's not that big of an issue either. So he's going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. I'm guessing he thought I would try to double into Hydreigon there, but I didn't really have to do that. As he ends up bringing in Absol, he does get a free Mega Evolution here, but what does he really do to me? Nothing. I have a Scarf Hydreigon. It's okay. And then Doublade isn't a problem because he has to go for Shadow Sneak, or if he does chew a hit, he won't be able to knock out my Mons at +2 at the amount of HP that they're at. So I'm going to Flamethrower, easily knock this out. Not sure why he didn't go for the Sucker Punch. I'm guessing he thought I would predict that, but I mean at this point, the match is just pretty straightforward. Actually, I may be able to live the Shadow Sneak from Doublade at 80%, because Chandelure does have some decent bulk. 90 defense and 90 speed def. That's respectable. That's respectable. He decides to bring in his final mon, which is the Doublade, as Flamethrower will be able to knock him out here. GG. So he ends up getting the Flame Body there at the end. So pretty solid first game. Let's go get another one. So we got the second match here, and this dude's team is terrifying. Not Nidoking, that's even scary. Actually, I mean, it's still pretty scary. Hydreigon destroys this man's poor soul once actually no, I can really weaken Empoleon. What's he gonna lead with? Potentially Rotom, maybe Nidoking, Aggron even. Honestly, Mega Team Player is probably my best lead, because I can just get up rocks. If he doesn't have T-Spikes, that's actually going to be really good. Unfortunately, Tentacruel is not really going to come in too handy in this match from the looks of it. Besides trying to keep rocks off of the field, Chandelure also can put in a lot of work against his team. If not Chandelure, then definitely Hydreigon. So he's going to lead off with the Nidoking, sorry. He could actually go for Stealth Rocks. That's an option. Do I lose anything in Scalding or just going straight for Rocks? I honestly just kind of want to go straight for my Rocks. The problem with that would be that he 2-hit KOs me with Earthquake. Not Earthquake, sorry, with Earth Power. So I think I'm just going to Mega in Earthquake. Yeah, because even if he brings in Cresselia, that just means I can get a Rocks for free. If he brings in Heracross, I get off a decent little chunk of damage on it. And I don't want to give him a guts boost with Scald. So yeah, I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and go for the Earthquake, as he does end up Earth Powering and just dies. That did the same amount as the Earth Power from Nidoqueen. So he's gonna lead off with the but he's gonna switch into the Empoleon now. He could have the potential Hidden Power Grass or Grass Knot even. I don't want to take a Scald though. Hey boy, Javier's in here. Hold on. So I go attend to my child and my opponent leaves. Let's get another game. So this dude's team is kind of cool. Very, very hyper offense. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. All right then. I may just lead with Swampert. He's not gonna lead Whimsicott, because he'll probably lead with Azelf. This is most likely a Sash lead Azelf or Sash lead Mamoswine is what I'm thinking. So I really think Mega Player here is the best lead, as he does end up leading off with the Azelf. I'm just gonna go straight for the Scald. I'm hoping he will taunt me, and then I can potentially 2 KO him. Unfortunately though, he doesn't, as Scald just does nothing to him. He can go for the taunt now, which would really suck. Ice Beam is another move I'm thinking of maybe going for. No, he has to go for taunt here. Why would he not go for taunt? He has to stop me from getting up rocks. At least that's what I would think he would try to do. Right? No, he just goes for Psychic. Why? Hello? Okay, so we managed to get the burn, which is nice, as we will be able to get up our rocks. Unfortunately though, Mega Player is a little bit weakened. Maybe we can try and pass off a wish to him later. We can go for the Rapid Spin later in the match, because I don't think he's going to try and risk switching into his Dew Blade. Another good thing is that now we will be able to get up T-Spikes against our opponent. Well, against this opponent is what I'm trying to say, sorry. Because it does affect the Crawdaunt, the Whimsicott, and the Mamoswine, and I would rather have them poisoned to take that extra little bit of damage. So I'm guessing he's debating on what to bring in. Mamoswine gets a free KO if he wants to bring it in, but he ends up bringing in the Whimsicott. Oddly enough, I don't know why. I have a Tentacruel, friend. Energy Ball, okay. So he definitely has to switch out here. I don't think he's gonna risk staying in to take an Acid Spray. So what I'm gonna do here is get up my T-Spikes. This way, even if he does want to bring in the Dew Blade, I still have Hydreigon at full, which gets a free KO against his team. And then Chandelure should be able to take a hit. So he does end up just risking me going for the Acid Spray. Okay. I'm guessing maybe he thought that I would try to double switch. That's not a bad play either. But I'm just going to Rapid Spin here in case he does want to stay in again. Unfortunately though, that is not going to be the case, as he does end up going for the U-turn. I'm hoping maybe he'll U-turn into something besides the Dew Blade so I can spin away these rocks, which would be very, very helpful to me, as he actually does end up bringing in the Crawdaunt, which is absolutely amazing, because now we have a really good advantage in this battle, as the Crawdaunt has already lost almost 30% of its health, and we haven't even touched it. Rocks and T-Spikes are absolutely amazing. So the question is, do I want to fodder off my Tentacruel here, or maybe Team Player? I don't know. Could I realistically pass off a wish to Swampert though? I don't think so, because I don't think at this amount of HP I take a Aerial Lace or Wing Attack. I don't even think I take an Earthquake. So as much as I don't want to, I think Mega Team Player is unfortunately gonna have to go here, as he just ends up knocking us out, and he's gonna be brought down to. This Pokemon has lost 50% of its health, and we haven't even touched it. That's insane. Oh my lord, that's so crazy. I love Hazards. Hazards are amazing. So we're just gonna get a free KO here. We're gonna click Dark Pulse. No need to risk Draco Meteor missing, as he ends up switching into. This is not a switch in with Hazards and T-Spikes. So I think I may just sack off Tentacruel here. Cobalion still really comes in handy, because thanks to Shuckle Berry we are guaranteed to take any one move from Mega Arrow. We take a Mamoswine's Earthquake if we don't knock it out with Iron Head for whatever reason. So just gonna go ahead and sack off Tentacruel here, because at this point we got up our Hazards, we got up T-Spikes, we got rid of his Hazards. Tentacruel has done all it needs to do. Another move that he could have gone for was the U-turn to be able to save Whimsicott for later in the match, but he ends up just going straight for the Moonblast on the off chance that maybe I did want to stay in here. Energy Ball did 28%, so we will actually be able to take another Energy Ball, which is really, really good, because what I'm thinking about doing is just going straight for the Scald. This way, if he does want to U-turn again for whatever reason into the Dew Blade, potentially we can burn it on the switch in. Or if he doesn't want to bring it in now, trying to set up, we can threaten him with a Skull Burn. He could just bring in the Mammal Swine. That wouldn't be a bad play either. I'm not too sure why he wanted to save the Crawdaunt. Crawdaunt really doesn't do much for him in this game. Especially not with as much control as we are in right now. So he's gonna bring the Doublade. I mean, if he swords, does it really matter? Because at +6, he still doesn't knock out Hydreigon, and all I need to do is just get off some prior damage. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for Scald, as he is gonna try and stay in Swords Dance, I'm assuming. No, he Gyro Balls, thinking, oh, I would switch into Hydreigon, so that's not a bad play either. A very aggressive play, but an unnecessary play, I think. As now we can just spam Scald. He could try to Swords Dance, but the game is over at this point. Unless he pulls out a Miracle, I don't think he's going to be able to win. So he's going to knock us out with the Shadow Claw. As now I can just bring in anything that I want, really. If I was a man, I would try to bring in Chandelure to sub. But Hydreigon's not a bad play either to just Dark Pulse. That does give him a free switch into Mammal Swine, though. Which, I mean, I can just sack Chandelure. No, I can just bring Cobalion, I think. Actually, no. Iron Head's not going to knock us out, and I don't want to take a Sacred Sword. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring in Hydreigon and just Dark Pulse here. Sub Roost Hydreigon. That actually sounds pretty cool. Although, no, Hydreigon's more of a hit and run mon, I guess, because after you take the -2 from Draco Meter, you have to switch out. Although, I guess you could run Dragon Pulse. No, never mind. Scratch that I said that. Never mind. Sub-Roost Hydreigon, don't do that. So he's going to bring in the Mamoswine. We should be able to live any one hit that he wants to go for. If I really wanted to, I could just sack off Chandelure here. Because he's not going to go for the Earthquake. If he's a man, he would Earthquake. But he doesn't Earthquake, so it's fine. And unless he's Jolly, we do outspeed him here and knock him out. But maybe we can win the speed tie, hopefully, and knock him out. If not, then it's fine, as we will just be able to bring in a Cobalion and just click Iron Head or Close Combat. So he's going to bring in the Aerodactyl. Now, he can knock us out with any move that he wants to go for. I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower, seeing as it is the stronger of my 2 stab moves to hit this Mon with, even though... Actually, no, what am I doing? I'm dumb. For some reason, I thought that Shadow Ball was resisted by Aerodactyl. So, dumb thinking on my part there if he had decided to go for like a Home Claws or something. Luckily though, that didn't happen. And now, I could just bring in Sylveon, but we're going to bring in a good old Cobalion here. We're going to click Iron Head. We're going to chew an Earthquake with Shuckleberry. And we're going to go ahead and knock him out with the Iron Head. This is why Shuckleberry on Cobalion, is just such an amazing item. As he ends up bringing in the Crawdaunt, I'm going to Close Combat, because why would we not click Close Combat on a Crawfish? So if I'm not mistaken, that is the second full battle. I think there's enough time for me to do one more, because I do have to do some things around the house. So in the middle of me, actually that was perfect timing, because there was knocking on my door. But yeah, I'm back. Like I said, we got enough time for one more battle. Got to get things done around the house. Okay, so what could be threatening? Cobalion, depending on what kind of set it is. It's cool. Hydreigon, depending. Actually, if Hydreigon has Flash Cannon, that could be a giant threat. Cobalion could potentially be an issue, although it could be Volt Switch maybe, because it looks like it's his Stealth Rocker. Honestly, Swampert is probably my best lead, as he does end up leading off with a Cobalion. Now, I do kind of just want to go straight for my rocks, although I think going for Scald first, or Earthquake if anything, and then going for rocks is my better play. He doesn't have anything to switch into this. He's not going to want to switch anything into a Scald. He's not going to want to switch anything to a Scald too, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to Mega, go straight for the Earthquake, expecting him to want to go for the rocks, which is exactly what he does, as we are able to get off a huge chunk of damage. And now I'm going to go ahead and get up my own stealth rocks here, as he will potentially switch into Hydreigon maybe, which we actually should be able to take a Draco Meteor from at full HP if we need to. So we'll see how things go, but I don't think going straight for rocks turn 1 was the better play there. I think just getting off that nice damage on Cobalion was a lot better, as he ends up bringing in the Hydreigon just as I expected. I do kind of want to switch into Sylveon. Would he have Flash Cannon though? That is what I'm concerned about. Let's see. I'm gonna Swampert. If he is the standard Life Orb set, we do indeed take a Draco Meteor. Yeah. Ice Beam, I unfortunately will not knock it out at all. We will get off about 50 to 60% with Life Orb damage taken into consideration. Sylveon should be able to chew 2 Flash Cannons, I want to say. Is there no defensive set? I guess this hasn't been updated. It's fine. Bold, we'll just put Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon does 43 to 53, or 45 to 53, sorry. With leftovers. Ooh, okay, so there's a chance that he could take KOs, but unfortunately we're gonna have to take that chance. As he Dark Pulses, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So no Life Orb recoil. Hold on. Okay, so he's not Life Orbed, obviously, so maybe he is Choice Scarfed? Okay, so yeah, he has to be Choice Scarfed Hydreigon, so that's good information. So he's definitely going to switch out here. The question is, what's he going to want to bring in? Doublade or Tentacruel? Both of which get annihilated by Hydreigon. Would he sack Cobalion though? I don't think so. That's not really something he should do, in my opinion. So I think I'm just going to double back into my Swampert here, as he does end up bringing the Doublade as I expected. And now what I can do is just click Earthquake again, or I can go for the Scald this time. And potentially try to get a burn on the incoming Tentacruel potentially, or incoming Hydreigon even. But yeah, now that he is Scarfed, I am literally not concerned about this Hydreigon at all. So we are able to knock out the Cobalion, which is really great. Swampert alone taking care of Cobalion, which could have been a giant nuisance, and that is one less thing that we have to worry about for Sylveon to deal with. Although we do still need Sylveon to take on the Hydreigon and potentially the Mega Aerodactyl later on in the game, as he ends up bringing in his own Sylveon. This could be Specs. That is something that I'm going to cry over if it is. But I'm going to make the safe switch into my Tentacruel here, see exactly what he wants to go for, as that does a pretty nice chunk of damage and no leftover recovery, so he could be Specsed. I kind of want to Acid Spray here maybe. Okay, so if he brings in Doublade, it's kind of the same scenario as the previous game. He risks getting burned by Scald, and then I can just bring in Hydreigon. And then I also have Swampert, so yeah, I think just Rapid Spinning here is all around solid play, as he's just going to leave in Sylveon. Turns out to not be Specsed, and probably Pixie Plate. Okay, caught me off guard there, was not expecting that one. So he could Hyper Voice again here, maybe thinking that I would want to switch out. And I really don't want to risk my Sylveon getting 2 KO'd. If I really wanted to, I could have definitely ran a Calc, but I just kind of went off my gut feeling, and I probably should have just, I mean, Rapid Spinning still is a good play because he can't get them up again, unless he has rocks on Aerodactyl. Chandelure can just switch in, is what I'm thinking here. Yeah, and then I can double or substitute. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save Tentacruel for Death Fodder. As he ends up going for the Side Shock, does a decent little chunk of damage, not too much to where I'm concerned about it. What I kind of want to do is actually go for Calm Mind. Yeah, because he can 2 KO us, and then we can get off a huge hit. Although, Flamethrowing right away isn't a bad play either in this scenario. Sylveon isn't a bad switching either, but I need to start weakening this. So I think I'm just going to be aggressive here and go for the Flamethrower. If he wants to switch out, it's fine. I get to weaken the Hydreigon more. If he wants to bring in Tentacruel, it's fine. I still have my Stealth Rocker, so I can still get up my rocks. And then I can be aggressive and stay in on the Tentacruel and just go for Shadow Ball. If he does try to Rapid Spin, predicting me to switch out. So he's going to leave in the Sylveon here. As he goes for Calm Mind. That's fine. I have Calm Mind as well. We're just in the same scenario, friend. So, no! No! Okay, so Sylveon managed to beat my Chandelure one-on-one. I don't know if maybe we got a low roll on that Flamethrower, but it's fine. Cobalion can just come in. Hydreigon can come in as well. If I bring Cobalion, the problem with that is that he gets a complete free switch into Tentacruel. Although that gives me a free switch into my Hydreigon, which now just destroys him. So yeah, actually Cobalion isn't a bad switch in here because I get a free KO. Or I mean, if he switches out, that's just a really odd play. Yeah, so Hydreigon should be able to get a free KO here if he does decide to bring in Tentacruel or Doublade. As he does end up bringing in the Tentacruel. Actually, should I try and weaken this a little more? Because what I could do is close combat on his Rapid Spin. I mean, Cobalion doesn't really do much else besides still check this Aerodactyl and still check Hydreigon, I guess. Yeah. Hold on. I don't want to make the bad play here, so I'm going to see how much damage. 49 to 58 from Choice Scarf. That's not what I am, though. So 63 to 75% to no defense EV'd Tentacruel. So we won't knock him out without prior damage. He doesn't do anything to us though. So that's why I'm not really too worried. I mean, I don't know. I want to stay in close combat. I'm going to stay in close combat. That did a decent little amount of damage. As he does decide to go for the Rapid Spin. So this turn he probably will end up going for the Scald. I should have switched. I don't know why I stayed in. That was a dumb play now that I think about it. So I'm going to bring in my Hydreigon. Hopefully he doesn't burn us. If he burns us, that's my fault. Because I should have switched directly into Hydreigon here. But now what I can do is just Dark Pulse, honestly. Yeah. I mean, then again, see the problem with Dracoing is that I would be at -2 and then he can bring in Doublade. But at the same time, I guess that doesn't really matter. Home Claws on Aerodactyl could be a little bit of an issue, but team players should be able to eat anything that he wants to go for and Scald. And then I still have Cobalion at nearly full HP. So yeah, I guess Dracoing isn't a bad play here. He could be Spadef bulky though. That is what I'm a little concerned about. So I think I'm just going to Dark Pulse. So we get off a nice 45%, which would have been max damage if he is physically defensive. So another one will easily be able to knock him out. He could switch out into Hydreigon. I'm gonna Draco here. Yeah. Okay, so please don't miss. Okay. Almost Dark Pulse. I almost Dark Pulse there. So originally I was gonna Draco instead of Dark Pulse and Tentacruel, but after thinking about it, it was better for me to Dark Pulse, and then instead of Dark Pulsing again, it was better for me to Draco, because in the long run of the game, if he keeps both Tentacruel and Hydreigon, it's just going to be very, very annoying. So by Dracoing, I guaranteed to knock out Tentacruel or Hydreigon, and I was very positive that he wouldn't bring in Doublade. So that's kind of more clear, I guess, way of me saying why I Draco there. I don't know, it sounded more confusing in my head. I'm sure you guys followed. I apologize. But yeah, anyways, it's going to bring the Doublade here. I really just want to taunt this, but it doesn't really matter if he Swords Dances. Like, it doesn't change the outcome of this game. So I can go ahead and just sack Tentacruel here, as he does decide to go for the Swords Dance. Yes, he can get up T-Spikes, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I can go ahead and bring in Hydreigon here. Yeah, if he is able to live the hit, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried. Let's see. Doublade, Swords Dance. So, why is it level 50? Wait, why did I make that level 50? It just dies. Okay. So, almost ran out of time there. Okay. We're back. It's fine. As soon as we're beginning the Aerodactyl, it's okay, as we will be able to say, what boy? Hold on. Okay, Daddy's almost done with the battle. We're almost done with the live. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Draco Meteor. Stone Edge will be able to knock us out, and then we can go ahead and bring in good old Mega Team player. Click Scald. And then we can take any move from Tentacruel if it does outspeed us. We eat anything this wants to go for. If we don't knock him out in one hit, we will knock him out in 2 hits, as he will not be putting us in range of Tentacruel beating us 1v1 if it does come down to it. So yeah, that is the game. So Mega Team player and Hydreigon putting in the work in the live. Cobalion is a beast with Shuckle Berry. Definitely use Shuckle Berry Cobalion. And I don't know, Sylveon and Tentacruel really didn't do much, but you know what? They're a nice defensive backbone, and Chandelure didn't really get to shine as much as I hoped it would, but it's okay. But that is the live, guys. Hopefully y'all did enjoy it. Kind of have to get back into the swing of things, as always when I take a break from not uploading or I have too many things going on. So if you guys did enjoy, then you know what to do. Let me know what you think about Salamence being suspect tested in UU. And with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. I will see you all definitely on Friday with the team building video. And then the 16th should be on a Saturday with week 1 of the UCL. Let's go, Durham Druddigons! So thank you all for watching, guys. Later, everybody.